Christine Brown, one of the best-known cast members of Sister Wives, found herself navigating deeply emotional terrain in a recent episode as she said a bittersweet farewell while grappling with heartbreak. The episode centers on her daughter Michael's decision to relocate across the country, a move that highlights the fractures, hopes, and changing dynamics within the Brown family. In the preview that leaked ahead of the episode's airing, Michaelty shares how the possibility of leaving Utah and settling in North Carolina has left Christine heartbroken. She explains to interviewers that every time I talk about moving, I break her heart just a little bit more. Christine, visibly emotional, nods and chokes back tears as she helps pack her daughter's belongings, preparing for the cross-country drive the next day. Christine reflects on how the distance will affect the relationship she has with her grandchildren, saying she will miss out on a lot of the years that my kids are young. Michaelty echoes this fear, noting that her young children, daughter Avalon and twin sons Archer Banks and Ace McCord, will be far from the maternal support she has long relied on. The relocation is tied to her husband Tony Padrone's chess career ambitions. Michaelty states that Tony needs to pursue his chess career, and that North Carolina represents a hub for tournaments, coaching, and chess content creation. Christine, with a bittersweet tone, quips, "You're like wife of the century letting him have a chess career," referencing the sacrifices she acknowledges she's making. Scenes in the preview show Christine and Michaelty conversing in the kitchen as packing takes place, with the weight of emotional distance and family upheaval hanging heavily in the air. Beyond the immediate mother-daughter farewell, the episode underscores the continued emotional fallout from Christine's split from Kody Brown. After more than 25 years, Christine announced her separation in 2021, citing growing emotional distance and a lack of fulfillment. Though she relocated to Utah, she continued traveling to Arizona to film Sister Wives for a time. Toward the close of her filming days in Flagstaff, Arizona, Christine posted a behind-the-scenes video on social media showing the confessional set where she has frequently been interviewed. She pans the camera over the familiar couch and small studio space and says, "This is it. Bye, Flagstaff." She adds that the day is a little bittersweet, acknowledging the end of an era for her presence on that set. That final filming day marked a pivotal point for Christine. She revealed she had been commuting an 8-hour drive every other week between Utah and the set, a pattern that was exhausting and emotionally taxing. She noted she was so glad to finally settle in Utah. The farewell to the set in Flagstaff also symbolized her departure not only from the physical location but from certain ties to the family dynamic governed by her marriage to Kody. Over time, 3 of Kody's former sister wives have publicly separated: Christine in 2021, Janelle in late 2022, and Mary in early 2023. This has fundamentally altered the narrative of the show and the Brown family's internal relationships. In the wake of Christine's exit, fans have speculated about how the show would proceed without her. Some reports suggest that the farewell scenes may have been crafted or emphasized by the show's production, a point that has stirred discussion among fans who debate how reality TV truly is. One Reddit user observed that with Christine's exit, the show produced an awkward goodbye with our plus K, theorizing producer involvement in orchestrating emotional closure. Even as she steps back from on-set involvement, Christine continues to express emotional investment in her children's well-being. In interviews and posts, she has affirmed her commitment to remain a stable presence for them despite changing physical proximity. In her forthcoming memoir Sister Wife, a memoir of faith, family, and finding freedom, slated for release September 2nd, 2025, Christine sheds light on episodes and emotions that never fully made the camera cuts. One excerpt, already published, reveals painful moments Christine felt during her marriage, including the shock upon learning Kody had publicly revealed he was never physically attracted to her. She describes the humiliation, the emotional void, and the realization that she had been living in relational bondage to expectations rather than connection. Michaelty reportedly called her afterward, assuring her that she felt her pain. Christine uses the book to address how she felt unseen, undervalued, and as though the relationship had become performative rather than intimate. She describes being in a marriage where physical distance and emotional disconnection were constant states, and how her departure was both an act of survival and reclamation. Her exit reverberates across the family drama. Christine and Janelle have publicly expressed hopes that Cody might repair strained relationships with their respective children. Christine specifically has said she's heartbroken over the distance between Cody and their kids, and that she still wants bridges built for the sake of the children. The recent relocation of Michael T intensifies that concern. With Michael T and her children moving far away, Christine fears missing key milestones, memories, and the daily intimacy of motherhood. Michael T, for her part, acknowledges that Christine's pain is part of the cost of pursuing a better life for her own family. In the preview, when Christine asks whether Michael T told Cody about the move, Michael T replies that she did, and invited her father and Robin to visit before the move. But scheduling conflicts prevented it. Michael T laments that the connection with her father hasn't been what she hoped. Cody, in his own confessional, says scheduling and conflicting plans prevented a meeting, offering a defense of logistical difficulties. Christine reflects privately on how the gap in relations has grown over time, describing the whole thing as sad. She appears to accept that some of the strain may be beyond her control, yet the emotional weight remains. This latest episode underscores a recurring theme in Christine's arc, the tension between love and boundaries. She has long been a visible emotional center in Sister Wives, someone who bore heartache with grace on camera while navigating the constraints of plural marriage. Her decision to step away from regular filming and prioritize her own peace and family life represents a shift in how she positions herself publicly. For longtime viewers, Christine's departure from Flagstaff and her struggles in this farewell sequence provoke reflection on how the show has evolved. Many fans who followed her journey have witnessed her initial hopes, her frustrations, her earnest faith, her pain, her resilience, and now her transformation. The farewell is more than a single scene. It is a symbolic turning point in a story that's been unfolding for years. The personal cost of saying goodbye is real. In interviews, Christine has spoken candidly about how long it took to realize she could leave a relational structure that no longer held her emotionally. She has spoken of feeling unseen, of wanting more than compliance, and of yearning to be known and loved in full. Her transformation is not without ambivalence. She continues to care deeply about her children's relationship with Cody, even as she accepts distance.